Has anyone here ever felt like their parents didn't love them? Growing up, I didn't think my parents loved me very much. Why? Good evening to Mr. Acting President, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests. In our family, we didn't use to express affection through words or physical touch. We are not a hugging type. Also, I'm the fifth child in a family of 7 kids, 4 older sisters, 1 younger sister, and 1 younger brother. Yes, my parents keep trying until they finally get their boy. With so many kids, I was often lost in the chaos. Often, I was thinking, do they even notice me? We live in a small town in Johor, Malaysia. My dad ran a durian plantation. During durian season, he would stay 2 to 3 weeks in his plantation, doing his job. By using a motorcycle, he would go around his area, collecting the durians that is fallen to the ground. This freshly harvested durian would then be delivered to the wholesaler. During normal time, he worked 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. When he was home, he preferred watching TV rather than bonding with us. My mom was a housewife, managing a house with 7 kids. Naturally, she focused more on my younger siblings. So, I became independent out of necessity, making my own breakfast, doing my school revision, and handling a lot on my own. I often felt disgruntled and unappreciated. When I was 9 years old, I wore a pair of black worn slippers to school. My friends, meanwhile, had fancy sport shoes, always mocked me about my slippers. I felt insecure and unconfident, but I never talked to my parents about this. One day, out of desperation, I took off my slippers and cut them up. I told my mom, my slippers are damaged. Can you buy me a new pair of sports shoes? My mom just shook her head and said, we didn't have the money. She bought me another pair of the same slippers. I was so disappointed. I cried myself to sleep that night. Later that year, on my birthday, my mom surprised me with a new pair of sports shoes, the kind I would always wanted. She said, I hope you will like these, since you have been longing for them for so long. That moment hit me hard. She knew all along. She always knew how I felt insecure because of our family's restricted economic situation. And quietly, she saved and planned for this, just to make me happy. From then on, I began to notice the little things. Whenever I came home late from school, my dad would happily pick me up from the school. My mom would prepare delicious food for me, just the way I like it. It took me a while, but I eventually realized how much my parents had sacrificed for us. Asian parents, especially from my parents' generation, aren't great at showing affection through words or physical touch, but through their actions, it's clear as day. Earlier this year, I decided to do something different. I mustered up the courage to give my mom a hug when I went back home. She was shy at first, wondering what was wrong with me, but I could tell she was happy. Since then, I will give my mom a warm hug whenever I go back home in Malaysia. As I reflect on my journey from feeling neglected to embracing love, I realize that the love from our parents is often subtle, but always present. They may not always show it in ways we expect, but they are always there, quietly supporting us. So, I ask you today, who is your life might you be overlooking? And who do you need to hug? Thank you.